What's up, YouTube? It's your guy, Mr. Crispy, back again, trying to put a little fat on that muscle that sits on your shoulders. We're bringing you some tutorial work that you need to enhance your craft. Okay, this particular haircut, we doing a taper fade, and it's a 1.5. And on this hairline where it's doing a little recede, we're gonna do a little professional pushback to getting crispy and right with a little enhancements that'll take him a long way and make him crispy for you players. You ready? Let's ride! As you can see, I began setting in the guidelines already. And your guidelines as the transitional points of your fade. And the clipper of choice today is GAMMA CYBORG. And I like it because it carries a little weight. And it has a brushless motor, and it gives a smooth cut, and the transition looks real nice. And it textures the hair as you cut to a degree that I really feel confident and comfortable in my haircut. So I really like these clippers, but they remind me of the Andis Master. So as I continue on with the haircut, what I'm doing now is I'm in the secondary mode of it, setting in a secondary line with the clipper blade all the way open on the gammas. And what I do is I blend up or scoop out up to about 1 inch. And as I'm doing that, then I prepare to put on the one blade. And when the one blade set on, I got the bald line and the secondary line. I start attacking that secondary line. And as I'm attacking that secondary line, you see it lightening up. As I'm scooping out in the scooping out motion, it gets lighter and lighter. So now what I do with the same guard is I turn around and I shut the blade all the way down where it's closed in the same guard on there, and I hit that line a little more. And you start seeing it lighten up and lighten up. And then once I've done that, you see where your blend is going. And you start getting confident in how it's gonna look. So I drop down to the 0.5 blade. The 0.5 blade, then within itself, I attack that same line. And what happens is you start seeing that line just disappear. We still got the ball line at the bottom, but now we got a canvas that shows you where as if your haircut is going. And it really looks nice. So the next step is we take the 1.5, which is the 1.5 blade from Gamma, and we start scooping out at that next phase, that next, it's not a line that's been created, but the heavy point at the top. And what happens is you start seeing it lighten up, and you see the transition of your fade breaking down from dark to light. And so then it sets you up in a position that all you're doing now is you're going back and you're cleaning out that bottom line that you started. And like I say, the reason that that's tricky is because I set it in harshly by hitting it hard the trimmers. It's more so than how I clean out that line. Maybe in the future I'll show whereas if I clean out that line a little more. But I come behind it with the clippers and the trimmers and clean it out the same way that you've seen me start it as I turn the clipper over. And I use it as a scooping out method. I mean the trimmers, excuse me. And I use it as a scooping out method at the bottom of that line. Now that I'm on the right side of the head, I'm doing the same repeat steps. Repeat, repeat, repeat. The only difference is here now is that as I'm tapering out the right side, I'm also tapering in the beard, factoring in the same thing that I do tapering. The taper is the same way that you taper out the top of the beard to give that same fade and blend transition. The only difference is you're blending down. And once you become comfortable in your skill set, what you're able to do is that you're able to add that in, which saves time. And it makes for the transition to be even because you actually attacking the same thing and doing the same thing. And if you're using the mirror, allowing it to be your friend, you'll see your blend come together. And confidence sets in when you got your steps together in order. So now that you've done this to the right side, we switch over to the left side and we repeat the same steps over and over. Now what you're doing is, as I say, remember barbers, or remember new up and coming wanting to be involved in the hair industry, you want to use the mirror as your friend. Now you want to make sure that as you repeat the same steps on the right that you do on the left, now you're looking in the mirror to make sure that they match up even. Because now, after this point, we reach back for that Gamma 1.5, 1.5 guard, and we shut the blade all the way closed on the clipper, and we begin to cut the hair down to the desired point. Because at this point now, the main focus at hand now is detail work. And what we're doing now is we're bringing the hair down to the desired length. The length is a 1.5, but some people prefer it to be 4. Some people like it to be, a little lower. And you can get that effect by opening or closing your clipper with the guard attachment on. Me, in this particular haircut, because of how he likes his haircut, with a 1.5 with the clipper all the way closed. But keeping in mind that we're coming up to the point where as we smooth the sides and the back all around, we stay away from that crown area, because the crown area we're going to use a different length or different size, which is going to make in transition it look the same length as what we cut around the sides and the top and the back. But the only difference will be is that we're going to transition by opening the closed clipper all the way open with the same guard attachment, and then we attack the pattern of the crown the way that it grows, as you're getting ready to see me do. Pay attention, my friend. Stay crispy with me. Now back to the haircut. We've transitioned from cutting to laying back, getting into a comfortable position, and beginning our razor work. At this point, it's all detail, and it's all about making it look good. You get the beard down to the desired length, and you go in, you find yourself falling in love with what you're doing. Because now it doesn't just become a haircut, it becomes your Picasso piece of artwork that you want the world to see and to really enjoy, and to see the crispiness that comes from your hands. Boy, do you not know how much of a game changer this is. It's dope. Stay with it. Stay with it. And as we get to this point of the haircut, we come to an end. But as we closing it out, this is the part that I want all you barbers out there, as well as you other people involved in cutting hair and want to either make it a profession or the hustle, desire to bring in extra income, you have to pay attention to detail. The razor work is the best part of the haircut, because if you use the razor properly, what you'll find is hair that the clippers could not get, the razor's gonna get. So you don't have to push somebody back, or you don't have to take their beard down too low, because the hair doesn't look like it's there, but that razor gives it a detail. And it complements the clipper, so you go back and forth, because certain areas you just can't get with the clippers. Certain areas you just can't get with the razor. So as you work together, you're making that Picasso come to life. So I'm hoping that some of you guys got something from this tutorial today, and that it shed a little light on you. Now we gonna talk about my horseshoe boys. Coach Nation, stand up. We in here. It's all about the shoe, baby. Recognize. Yes, recognize. I rock with the coach. Naptown, stand up. At this point, as I finish talking about how much I like my Indianapolis Colts and bragging about my football team, we're winding the haircut down, and I decided to go ahead and put the enhancements in based off of, he had little light spots that I wanted the haircut to really look nice for YouTube. So what I did is I went on and filtered them in, and at this point what you're doing is a lot of detail work. And all you're doing is you clean up the loose hairs, making sure that your lines match up on each side, that your C-cups are in alignment with one another, and making sure that your line is straight across. So at this point now, I'm doing the spraying here of making the haircut look the way that it looks picture perfect. You want to make sure that that lining is right, before you go and put the enhancement spray and stuff on it, because really a lot of people are using that to just patch up or cover up where they went so super fast trying to get to the next dollar that they don't take in consideration of the person that's sitting their chair and making them look nice, because it's a speed race today instead of it being quality over quantity. And I'm not cutting or taking away from no barbers today. I'm just saying that that's what you want to focus on, quality over quantity, as we do these enhancements. Thank you for viewing my channel, because you could have been anywhere else. Always remember, stay crispy.